round table at my birthday.
Oh, yeah, Willard Hicks, yeah.
And I just wanted to know, like, why do you coach? What is the most important part? Like, do these wins even really matter in the grand scheme of things? The conclusion that I got was no, it doesn't. Because everybody talked about, you talked about that. You also talked about, and that's one that I love, staying in the moment, but being on the sideline, there's nothing like that.
Yeah.
Like when you're there on the sidelines, that's what I've been trying to do. Ever since you said that, I've been trying to like just be in that moment because like, damn, this is freaking fun, you know? Like, that's what I've been on this whole year, if you've noticed. Like, in previous years, I wouldn't be like that.
Yeah, you today for the first time, someone hit a shot. And normally I'm animated, you're animated. And then one, I think Fallon or someone hit a shot. And then you were like, you jumped up and I'm like, what the heck? Like Chris was into it.
You just put,
I noticed it.
put so much time and effort, and then you got so much on your mind. Like, for me too, I've always got the snack shack on my mind. I've got fundraising. I'm just like, and then the game comes, you just want to release and chill. But then I remember, I told him too, after we talked, when you said, I told him, I said, hey, I want to celebrate every win, but if you don't see me elated, it's because I'm thinking, all right, what's tomorrow look like for practice, and what's our next game look like?
A lot of people don't understand Chris. I mean, to be honest with you, there's 3 other assistants. We all do our little thing, and a lot of times, like even in practice, like the last practice, I'm joking with the girls, and then like I have to switch because I see Chris being like super serious. I'm like, all right, I gotta, all right, like, I'm sitting here like fooling with the girls, like, because I enjoy the girls. And that's the only reason why I coach. I enjoy the coaches. I enjoy the girls. I don't even really watch sports outside. Like I really don't. But I like the girls. I like Chris, I like Lo, I like Jenna, and that's the reason why. Like, and a lot of times I have to like snap into mode. Like, I'm like, I'm fooling around with the girls, and if Coach, what did I say? I don't know. Like I've been. And I feel like as a head coach, you have to always be dialed in, and the assistants, they have a different role.
It's good cop, bad cop.
Yeah, exactly. I would never want to be a head coach because I've seen the parents come at Chris, and I know Chris's intentions, and I walk out of those meetings and I'm like, I'm just mind blown. Yeah. And the players and how he has to deal with the players on a different level because he can be hard. Like I could never be hard on any of the girls. To a certain extent, I don't ever have to raise my voice. I don't have to get in their face. I don't have to do a lot of the things that he does, and he does it because he has to. If everyone was, acting like an assistant, it would just be. It wouldn't work. It wouldn't work. And like I walk into the gym, and I just have fun, and I don't really think about basketball outside of when I step into the gym.
You can't really like turn it off. There's times when you can turn it off in a sense, but I know those days, and I think that's why we work so together. I can see those days where I'm like, oh, Chris is having a day where he's just dialed into what he needs to figure out for Top Flight, what he needs to figure out for Valley Christian. And you just have to give them that time because you are in charge of it all. And you're constantly getting emails, and also I think what makes you such a good head coach too is you don't mind confrontation. It's a job that it comes with it. You have to be hard on the girls, because I think the best advice I would give the girls is once Chris isn't hard on you anymore, it means you stop caring
anymore. Yeah.
That's the hard part, because like my natural personality isn't being a jerk. Like you guys know me.
It's opposite.
Off wax, and it's just like. That's just who, like, I'm nothing like I am as a coach. That's the hardest part, but you have to hold them accountable, and they have to be just scared enough, like, to do what the team needs, and that's the hardest part. Like, it's difficult.
And we know, like, for us, many of us, this don't pay the bills. This ain't what we're gonna live on. We're still doing it. Like I was part of VC, and I'm not a part of the coaching staff, but I still make time to come because I care, because I want to be around y'all. I want to help out however I can, and some of the players that knew me when they were freshmen are now seniors. I was there when they were freshmen, and as seniors, they see me as like coming in as just consulting. Like I don't get paid to do that, and I don't need to get paid to do that because it's part of who I am. It's part of what I like to do.
No
So
one
that's
questions
what people gotta appreciate, and they will appreciate you for, because that extra time. It's been many parents have told me, and even current parents now, it's like they know I'm not a coach for VC, but I'm there helping out practice. I'm there at games, and they'd be like, "Thank you for coming." Well, of course, you ain't gotta thank me. Of course, I was gonna be here.
Remember when we first started? I was just so different, but you just get better. Like I'm so much better than I was when we first started 7 years ago.
It's been 7 years.
7 years.
It's a long time.
And I still have a lot of growth to go, but I like the trajectory that we're on. I say we because I honestly couldn't do it without the people around, whether that be the family, whether that be the coaches. Everybody brings something different to the table, whether that be you that's not even coaching with us right now, but still has an imprint in the program. It's just, no matter what you do, it's really all the people around you that help you do whatever it is. We really couldn't do it without everybody else. As long as the kids know, I don't really care about like the outside at all. As long as the kids know, that I have their best intentions, whether they don't play a whole lot or I just want them to know, man, regardless of what happened, I might not have played or whatever the case may be, that I just had their best interest for all 12 kids, not just one. That's the hard part.
How about some girls hoops? Valley Christian of San Jose opened up their season against a very tough opponent, the Clovis West Golden Eagles. The Warriors are looking to have another magical season like they did in 2018 when they won the Central Coast Section Division II Championship. Their opponent, the reigning Central Section champion Clovis West, who by the way lost to Sierra Canyon in the CIF Open Semis last year. Sierra Canyon would end up winning the state title against Pinewood. First quarter, Warriors point guard and team captain Nina Berry dominated with 8 points. The girl was on fire, forcing turnovers and dropping dimes. We had her on GSF Weekly a couple of months ago, and she told us that this year is going to be different simply because of the young talents on the squad. Fallon Dexheimer, she's also team captain for the Warriors, dropped 12 points in the first half. But despite the spicy performance by Nina and Fallon, the Warriors struggled to keep the Golden Eagles down. They were actually up 12-5 with 3:22 left in the first quarter. A pretty good start, but Clovis West took over after tying the game up at 17 to start the second quarter. Junior Nikki Tom dropped 28 total points for the Golden Eagles. She drained 6 threes, by the way. Clovis West was up 38-32 at the half. Final score 77-57. Berry finished with 15 points. Sophomore Jaden Patterson added 10 more. A tough loss for Valley Christian, but it was also a great test for the young squad, especially sophomores Iman Addison and Jael Butler.
Clovis West, we went into the game knowing that they were going to be tough, but I just don't think we were up to the task because we had a lot of learning we still need to do and learning from our mistakes. But yeah, I think they just came out stronger than us.
We have 6 sophomores, me, Iman, Jaden, Jesse, Dariana, and Ellie. She's injured right now, but we're dogs. I would have never thought we would all come together as sophomores on varsity, just competing the way we compete. We work really hard on and off the court. So when we're on the court, we just make the most of our time. We get our minutes in, whether it's a lot or a little, but we make our presence known no matter who our competitor is. It could be a team we blow out or a team like Clovis West. Like, we make sure people know who we are and what we represent.
First actual game, I mean, we scrimmaged Oakland Tech, who's a really good team, as well as Pinewood, really good team. Those were good barometers to see where we're at and, you know, what we're doing well. So that was great to have those as our preseason before actual games. And our first game was versus Clovis West. Man, the gym was rocking, the music was blaring early, and it was just such a great environment so early. Clovis West is a terrific program. And, you know, we played well for about 3/4 of that game and just kind of got away from us late, but it showed us we're right where we need to be as far as the competition level. And then, you know, some of the other teams, the last couple of games, we've kind of outmatched.
I definitely think we have a lot of very good athletes on the team, so that will help us defensively pretty well. But I think defensively we kind of struggled the first couple games and didn't really live up to our expectation. But these last couple games we've been just giving our all-out effort and just really trying to work hard in practice so it translates to the game, and I think we've been doing a pretty good job of that.
They're still good opponents. I mean, they're still scoring on us and things like that. And now we just gotta solidify some of those finer details, which is what we're planning to do as the season gets further and further along, and hopefully by the time playoff time comes, we'll be right where we need to be. But it's a lot of excitement. High five. Go here. Go here.
Hey! Yeah, I babysat you and everything, isn't it? Right there.
Alright. So, we had 7 or 8 and 8. And they probably shot like 30 free throws. They scored 43 points, mind you. Okay. forced 21 turnovers. We only shot 5 free throws. That's unacceptable. Because you guys are trying to draw a foul and there's no contact. So you're gonna have to create it. Like, you gotta go and bump and be able to finish with the bump. We're not getting the concept of the charge just yet. You gotta just, what did you say on the bench?
You guys are exactly what you right said. There. Okay, the only difference is you gotta just stay there. It's not gonna hurt. You're just gonna get hit, you're gonna fall, you're gonna get the charge, and that's it. And it's just right there. And you can, girls, you can see it coming. It's almost in slow motion. We can see it from the bench. Like a charge is coming, take it. Oh. You guys move out of the way.
Yeah, I think we can just stay ready a little bit better, listening for calls in the transition, and then on the defensive end, I don't think we stayed ready on the backside very well this game. So getting into those gaps, stunning to the ball, all of that, I think we could have done a little bit better, but great effort throughout the game.
So imagine when you guys actually start shining bright like that, Diamond, what that's gonna be like. Imagine what that's gonna be like. Does everybody see that? Like, stop looking at him. Everybody understand what that's gonna be like when it's utter domination, okay? That we beat them by 25 and they're happy with it. The first thing he said, man, you guys got a good team. That was so good for us. Like, we should have blew the doors off by 1,000, like literally. So our effort overall as a team is good. That's great. Now we got to take it up another level.
Coach McSwain has definitely made me more confident. He knows how good we could be in the future, and I know that he really tries to help me be more confident with myself and play better.
And his style is very like on us, very effort based, and very like we're supposed to be communicating all the time. And this year he's had like a big like stance on us playing live during practice and not doing just drills, so we get good experience for games.
Everything is competitive, so all these things on the schedule, and even like all these are gonna be wins. So the rapid fire is gonna be a win. So everything's competitive, and then we chart it. Even we'll chart their every shot they take too, and in the drills. So now we can. All right, well, you're here. This is where you're at. So that's why it's not a great shot for you, but it is a great shot for somebody else. And everybody's got different strengths too. You know, some people are great shooters. We want them to shoot, but other players are dominant, and they're more dominant in around the paint. Like for a couple of them, like Iman and JL, they're shooting over 50% in the paint. So why would they ever want to shoot something outside? Because they're so much more efficient. See what I'm saying? She's so dominant down there in the post. Like she's killing. Like you're gonna make more of those. You have to make at least 33%. If she shoots 50, you better be making 33% if you're shooting threes, because she's gonna get all those buckets.
Somebody stop Good. Lightweight foul.
Competitive and physical. I would be 2 words to describe our practice.
Here we go. Go, go, go! Go, go! Go, 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 go! Second effort, Nina!
It might just be just a drill, but the competitiveness in our hearts really shows, because we want to win. We want to win every game we possibly can. We want to win every drill, every 50-50 ball. We want to win. And practice, it can be so physical. Like, we will do whatever it takes to win that segment that we're doing.
Being one of the youngest on the team, I feel like it's a good experience. It's a lot of fun. The coaching style is cool, it's different, and we all try to just pick up different things and play our part on the team.
Good. Good, Jesse.
I have to bring usually just all 4 uniforms, warm-ups, our sweatsuits in case we have to match when we go out and when we go to our games.
We're about to go to LA for like a week for no reason, even though we have like 2 games. We're gonna go for like a year.
Are you ready for Disneyland?
Yeah.
So fun.
I'm hella excited for that. I haven't gone to Disneyland since I was like 7, and I don't even remember it.
Are you ready for Star Wars Land? Yeah!
I'm literally gonna cry. I love Star Wars so much. It's gonna be like the best thing in my life.
I know. We have to go.
I know. UC Davis.
These are my favorite, the Columbia ones. We don't really wear them a lot because we don't have undershirt. Not everyone has undershirts to match with them. I don't have all 4 of them right now. Some of them are in my locker room, but these are my favorite ones. We don't really get to wear them that much though.
You got everything?
Yeah.
Got your shoes, socks? Need anything from us?
No.
Okay.
My shoes, I really like shoes. I got these in like 7th grade for like $200. And I got these for free from my friend. And I got a lot of Crocs. I got a lot of running shoes. They're kind of messed up now, but it used to be way more messed up, like right here. Yeah, but my friend, she repainted them for me. She's into shoes too. I got these Jordans from my brother. I think he got me these too. Nike Reacts. Coach McSwain has like 17 pairs of these. I was on JV last year, freshman year. And that was fun just because it was more
chill. It was more relaxed. Last year was my first year playing AAU for Top Flight. Usually I haven't played a lot of AAU, but I've played for Cagers and I've played for Fever, and now I just recently played for Top Flight. So that was cool. It was a different experience. It's just like playing with my team from school.
So I wear the number 24. As most of you guys know, Kobe Bryant, he is one of my favorite players, and I wear it because I want to be just like Kobe. When I play, I want to have the Mamba mentality that he has.
This was her sophomore year picture. And then this is her, I think this is freshman year. That was her first time running track. Did very well that first year. She played softball, so since she was 5 until she was 12.
In a situation where they needed someone on base to score, would put her back in to be a pitch runner because she was always the fastest kid on the team.
And she liked it, and then she said, I don't want to play softball anymore. And then took a year off. Then she played volleyball and basketball. First year for both. And then she said, I want to play basketball.
For me growing up, it was the Warriors, Bulls, Lakers. The Warriors because that's my hometown from Oakland, but the Lakers and the Bulls were a rivalry. So we always watched it. Kids growing up. But as soon as Isaiah was able to even pay attention to sports, the Lakers was his team. Kobe was his guy, and he rode with Kobe. Iman being a little sister, she goes back and forth between both of us. She's a Warrior fan, but she also loves Kobe. So it's kind of a family thing, and I respect him as a competitor. So, and my wife just goes with whatever. She doesn't care. So.
Go. Okay, go get it.
Oh my God.
Good. Okay, go get it. Good. Okay, let's go. Ooh. Good, Joe. There it is. Good. Okay, let's go. Good. Way to finish through the contact. Let's go. Good.
Go.
Last one each. Good. JL does this in the game well, so do you. Very good. Okay.
And that's center sophomore number 35,
Hello, GSF Universe, and happy holidays. Joining me on the set is Valley Christian sophomore Jael Butler. So you're off to a great start, the team is off to a pretty good start, and you've mentioned that your team is just really connected and you love your seniors.
Yeah, I love my team. I will choose them over anybody. I would do anything I could for them, especially the seniors. I just love them. They lead exceptionally. They make me confident in myself. They make me do things I'd never done before, on the court and off the court. I could talk to them and tell them how I feel, whether it's basketball-wise or just life.
So which one of the 3 seniors do you have a really good connection with?
Chu, because she leads not only for basketball but just in life. I'm able to talk to her about anything. Like if I'm crying, I'll go to her because she leads with Christ as number 1, and that's how I want to be. So I look up to her for that. And Fallon and Nina, they're just great players. The chemistry I have with them is great. Like we can get a fast break and they'll pass me the ball. I'll look to them like, thanks for letting me get mine. And I just appreciate all 3 of them.
I think we already all had good relationships with one another, but the bonding we did before, we went to a beach house in Carmel for one of our teammates' beach house, and that
trip, I think it really escalated like our relationships, like the van ride there, like the people that didn't really talk as much, we got them talking and we learned a lot more about each other.
LA was so cool. It was really cool being on like the plane ride with like your friends. And then Disneyland was so much fun. Like the rides were all really fun. Like I've never really been to Disneyland with like people other than my family. And there was like not really any adult supervision, so we just gotta like go like roam around and like do whatever we want like as a team. That's definitely something I'll never forget, just that trip to LA and Disneyland. I definitely built a lot more relationships with like people that I didn't really talk to as much. Like I was obviously still friends with them and I loved them.
I don't know, I think we all just like get along very well on and off the court, so it mixes well on the court also. Our just chemistry is very nice and we all just like try to play for each other. Being a student here is just really cool because we get to go to a Christian school and worship God at the same time.
Everybody wishes they went to a school like this. Whenever somebody asks me what school I go to, I say I go to Valley Christian High School because it's like the best of the best in California, I feel like.
Just going to school and you get to pray in the classes and you get to go to chapel once every week and just have like God be a part of your school experience is really cool because not everyone gets that.
Can you pray?
Dear Heavenly Father, I thank you for this day. I thank you for letting us all come in here today and get that win. And thank you for letting us all stay safe and show good effort. And I hope that we all have a good rest of our Saturday. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Okay, what do you say? Say it again.
What the heck?
Amen.
All in on 3. 1, 2, 3. All in. Warriors.
We've been following the Lady Warriors so far, and hey, here's something cool. Senior Fallon Dexheimer dropped her 1,000th point of her high school career at Valley. And we have her on the line, by the way. So Fallon, did you know about the record prior?
Yeah.
And why don't you just tell us about that big moment?
Okay. Going into our game against Aragon in the Kings Academy tournament, Coach told me that I needed 6 more points to get 1,000 points. And so my team was like very helpful in that. They tried to get me the ball early on in the game so I could break the record. And then I think Iman passed me the ball and I shot a 3 and I made it and I got the record. And it was just like a really fun experience because, I don't know, a lot of hard work has gone into that. So it was just very rewarding. And yeah, it was very cool.
Fallon is really good at basketball. She's a shooter. She can take it to the hoop. She can finish. She's really fast. We can get so many fast breaks. She's just all around. She's really good.
Our preseason has kind of had a lot of ups and downs. We've been trying to work on our consistency a lot, but we have had some games where we've looked really good and we've played together very well, but then other games where we've kind of seen a drop off in our play and just like our overall effort. So we're just trying to learn from like all our mistakes and use them as lessons for the future.
Ladies and gentlemen, please draw your attention to center court. On December 14th, the championship game of the Kings Academy tournament, Fallon Dexheimer joined the lead company as she surpassed the 1,000 points mark during her Valley Christian basketball career. Fallon, a 4-year varsity player, has been a sharpshooter for the Warriors and is loved by her coaches and teammates. We would like to honor her with this commemorative basketball celebrating a terrific 4-year varsity career. We are looking forward to the rest of your senior year. Congratulations, Fallon.